Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends series, Marvel Supervillain, Marvel's Jigsaw. Did I say Marvel enough in there? Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both. That's even better and more awesome. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my future content becomes available. Or my new content, rather, in the future. Anyway, with all that said, let's get into it. Up first is a look at the packaging. 4 and up, assortment number. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. And here's a hook. And up here, nothing. Legends series. Nice big window showcasing all the accessories and most of the figure, everything but his feet, you know, look down there and see him if you really wanted to. Marvel Super Villains, Marvel's Jigsaw, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, some artwork of Jigsaw. And on this side, the same artwork of Jigsaw. And on this side, the same artwork of Jigsaw, only it's much larger and you can see it better and it's better looking. Even though it's the same. Marvel Legends series, Marvel's Jigsaw. Jigsaw is a criminal with a heart as twisted and gruesome as his once beautiful face. And there it is in some other languages. No cross sale with this one because it's a Walgreens exclusive. Attention! Don't stick things in your French pie hole. Attention! Don't stick things in your other language pie holes. Marvel print. Some other small prints, some made in China print, and some Hasbro print. And that, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first of all, let's start with handy dandy tweezers here. And he comes with a machete. Nice silver paint app on the blade and the pins to hold it in to the handle. A nice brown on the handle. At least it looks brown to me. And then even, it's got the detail of the sharpened part of the blade on there. So that's pretty cool. Then we have 2 of these little, like, combat knives, which I'm sure we have seen before. And again, nice silver paint app on the blade and nice colors for the handle. Nice little accessory. Then we have the baseball bat, which I'm sure this is the same baseball bat that came with Hammerhead. It's just now it's an aluminum bat. And so nice paint apps on that as well. Then we have the sawed-off shotgun. Really nice looking. Only one thing could have made this little accessory better, and that would have been if it broke open, so you could act like he was replacing the shells. Now, one thing I did have to do, I had to stretch these holes out in the barrel just a little bit to accommodate the blast and smoke effects, which we'll get to in just a minute. But not a whole lot of molded detail in here, but enough that it looks like what it's supposed to look like, and then silver paint app, and then I guess maybe it's brown with the silver paint apps on it, perhaps. Yeah, most likely, because there's a little bit of paint slop right there. But still, very, very cool accessory. And then we have the two blast effects, and they are different, at least different sizes. I can't really hold them with the tweezers that well, both of them at least. So you can see one is longer than the other. Unfortunately, because of the blast here at the end, both of them will not fit into the gun at the same time, which you shouldn't be shooting both barrels at the same time anyway. And then two different smoke effects here. And of course, I'm holding that one wrong. And so those are pretty nice. Scoot that out of the way. Let's take a look at the figure. You know, he looks a little robust here because of this overlay is so thick with the ties a separate piece in there, but you know, that's the way it is, I guess. And then I mean, the face on this guy, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Well, it's gross cool, but you know, still cool. All the little staples and everything, and the eyes just really stand out in my opinion on this. I know he's got all the little staples and stuff holding his face in place too, but I don't know, I don't know what it is about the eyes. They just, for me, they pop. Nice sculpt in the hair. You know, we've seen this body before. I'm not exactly sure which figure, but we've seen this before, and with this overlay too, I believe. It is not the same as Hammerhead's though, and I'll use him in the comparisons. But you know, a couple of paint apps here on the overlay, the handkerchief or pocket square, whatever, and the buttons on the vest and the jacket. And then, you know, this, the black shirt and the black tie. And then the shoes. Most of this is all molded in color with very few paint apps, except for, you know, at the head. Well, let's take a look at his articulation. And he can look up that high, but I'm not sure how much of that just kind of popped his head off the ball a little bit. And he can look down that far, and even wearing his neck collar, he can do the full Exorcist. He does have just a little bit of waggle and just a very little bit of chicken neck, and it's on the hinge and ball, classic hinge and ball of Marvel Legends. For the arm, rotates 360 degrees at the shoulder and will come out better than 90 degrees. Also a cut here at the upper bicep for 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinned elbow. And it gives you that much, which is, you know, pretty standard Marvel Legends. 360 degrees at this wrist, and it is on an up and down hinge. And everything's the same on this arm, including the 360 at the wrist and up and down hinge. So he has up and down hinge on both arms. Now there's a cut or a ball joint or something in here, but the overlay really, you can't do much with it. He goes back hardly any, and you can get him to go forward just a little bit under the overlay. So, and then 360 degrees at the waist, and you can see his tie poking out there. That, I don't know, that kind of bothers me. Doesn't seem like that should be a thing, but it is. For the splits, gives you that much. Kicks forward that far, kicks back hardly any. Cut at the upper thigh for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinned knee. and gives you that much range of motion. Ankle goes down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, is a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And let's start things off with Toy Biz's Jigsaw from a 2-pack toward the end of the line. And there were two of them. There was one that was in the white suit, and then there was this one, which I thought was the more interesting looking of the figures. I don't remember the storyline that this one is from. The Punisher that came with him looked like crap, though. That I do remember. But as you can see, I mean, they both have, I mean, Toy Biz face sculpt on this one was just like crazy. Look at it. But that's not to say that Hasbro has done a bad job. That it looks really, really good too. Now, I can't say that for the rest of this figure, but at least he did have a sidearm and a holster for it and a knife, so that's cool. And I forget the other weapons he came with, a rifle and some other stuff. And then, of course, we have to show him with his arch nemesis, Frank Castle, the Punisher. And this is the retro carded Punisher, but I gave him some M16s I had laying around somewhere. I don't remember where. And the trench coat he's wearing is from a Toy Biz Punisher that came in like a 5 or 6 pack of street level. It was Daredevil and Elektra. I think there might have been a Spider-Man Punisher and probably one other figure in it. But that's the retro carded Punisher figure. And then here is the Chameleon. Here is a custom Hammerhead I made out of the MCU claw body, and I don't want to stand up. It's the MCU claw body, the Hammerhead head that came with the Chameleon, and 4 arms from the 6-armed Spider-Man. And here is Hammerhead, the official Hammerhead from the Spider-Man Retro line, Wave 2, I guess. And last, but certainly not least, Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin of Crime. And that, my friends, completes our comparisons. For final thoughts on the Walgreens exclusive Marvel Legends series Jigsaw, I'll have to say I like this figure. However, I think there are some minuses to it. Number one being this overlay for the suit. It really makes him look bigger than it should, I guess, in my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. And part of that is this tie being a separate piece. And it also does, you can see right there, you know, it kind of does stick out. So you kind of have to poke it over to the side so it's not poking down out of his vest because it's not tied up all the way. So I think that probably would have worked better as a sculpted piece, and then using a thinner, you know, it would make the overlay a little bit thinner, I think. But seeing as how they've used this before, it probably wouldn't have made a hill of beans, as they might say. But the face sculpt is pretty good. I like it. I mean, the eyes really stand out on this guy. Really. And then, I mean, just the pile of accessories that he comes with. The baseball bat. 2, like, combat knives. A machete. The shotgun, the 2 smoke effects, and the 2 blast effects. I mean, he just comes with a lot of stuff. And yeah, he doesn't have an alternate portrait. He doesn't have alternate hands. But you know what? All this other stuff, to me, it really makes up for that. And you know, I'm happy with this Jigsaw figure. And I hope everybody gets a chance to get a hold of one. At least if you want one, I hope you get a chance to get a hold of one. And seeing as how those Walgreens exclusives are coming back around to at least to online retailers like Big Bad Toy Store, Dorkside, Entertainment Earth. I think my Quasar recently came in. And I haven't decided on the Baron Zemo yet, but, you know, it is what it are, and it be what it is. Well, my friends, that completes our review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.